That's kind of the most silly one. It has Jesu, joy of man's desiring in a very standard classical approach. Society has been redeemed, another old gospel song. This all started with a lady asked me to write an arrangement in memory of her husband, who had also been a musician. And so there's an arrangement in here of when we all get to heaven with another old gospel song called Ring the Bells of Heaven, which I don't know if some of you know. Mm-hmm. That's in here. Heavenly Sunlight, another old favorite. And then to throw it completely back into another century, there's the song In Thee is Gladness, which is a Lutheran Reformation choral. So, and that's in a very glad setting. So anyway, so that's that book. Thank you, Caryn, for playing your part right. This next piece is from Four Hands for Praise and Worship. Now this is a series that Lloyd, Larson has done. There's two previous ones. He always puts together himself, Mary, McDonald, Joel, Raney, and Heather Sorenson, doing four-hand arrangements. I think the other books are Christmassy ones. This one is contemporary songs. So, each one of those four authors did two arrangements for this book. So this is Blessed Be Your Name, as arranged by Joel Raney. Let's see. Okay. Check sheet music needs, they even provide you with piano duet partners. Demonstrate a full handbook. Nativity, arranged by McDonald, Christmas Reflections. These are pretty much designed to be played with minimal preparation. I mean, they're not like one finger in each hand, but I mean, they're pieces that you can grab onto pretty quickly.
Excuse me, Larry. Your microphone?
Oh, my microphone, I turned it off.
Maybe so, yeah, because we were talking about that.
Now, can you hear me? All right. I turned my microphone off because I remember a movie starring Leslie Nielsen where he had a lavalier microphone when he stepped into the men's room. It was being broadcast in the banquet hall, so I never leave my microphone on unless I'm actually in the process of talking to people. Okay, so, yes, there we go. How did I get into Leslie Nielsen? All right, so these are easier arrangements. There are, some that are not as worn out as others. In fact, there is one that has Silent Night in it, which of course is in every Christmas book, pretty much. But Mary wrote a nice new original piece that goes along with it. It's not on my list to play today, but it's just a beautiful piece, and then it has Silent Night woven into it. So I'm going to play Birthday of a King. I like this piece. But it has that introduction that you call it later. It's very, 1910-ish, So Mary has disposed of that. Ooh, the air turned off. This is something that you probably had worked on, but there are a lot of arrangements like this where there's just a continuous moving line, and the melody is in there, but you need to bring it out, because if you emphasize every note the same, it's just going to sound like doodle, but fortunately, I don't know if it was Mary or Brad, the editor, who put a nice little marcato line over the melody, but just have to work on that so that your melody stands out from the rest. back and you'll hear the big chorus, the birthday of a king, and so it's I always like that piece. Didn't always like the intro, but it's really strong, strong melody, good message. So Mary has that in there, and also O Little Town of Bethlehem. And this is another one that is just a smooth running triplet line, and you have to get the melody out so that people are following along with you. These are not as hard as some of Mary's books. And there are operas and stuff in here, but they're a little bit easier to get into, I think. Okay. This is another heavy one. Joel Raney gives value for money and gospel rates for Christmas. He has a gospel rates series that he has done. There are two previous ones. This one is all Christmas, and well, you have the table of contents, I think. Look at all those songs in here. My word, there's like 20 songs. So here's what he says. I've written a number of Christmas piano books over the years, almost always with the church pianist in mind. But at holiday gatherings, when asked to play the piano, I've always had a different mindset to offer up renditions that were fun, entertaining, and often in styles I probably wouldn't choose for a church service. So if you need a book that not only has the classic sacred songs, but also arrangements of Jingle Bells and We Wish You a Merry Christmas, this is the collection for you. So Joel kind of lays it out there. They're mostly sacred carols. Like I say, I See Jingle Bells, and We Wish You a Merry Christmas. I think the rest of them are all We'll deck the halls, a secular one. But lots of goodies in here, and Joel treats them in different styles. You know, Joel can play about any sort of style. And so let's take a look at what we have. This is Joy to the World. Gospel flavor in there. We have In the Bleak Midwinter. There's a section in here that's labeled Driving. So I think you'll hear it when we get there. songs. I mean, if you're looking for something to really spice up your Christmas repertoire with pieces that are in very creative styles, Joel has both for you. Now our friend Larson again, Lloyd. Echoes of Christmas, piano solos for the season. Let's see. My note was, all of us in this circle have written so many piano books, like what can we do that's different in this piano book? And so what Lloyd came up with was the idea of having a book that you as a pianist can perform with other people. You can play them as solos, but he has one that has handbells, actually two that have handbell parts, or that have congregational singing placed with the congregation. Another one where children's choir can join. Another one with a trumpet or a flute. And if you haven't, okay, you can look in the back as I'm doing. You'll see all the parts are back there. So there's the flute part and the trumpet part, and there's some with narrations, and so he puts the narrations in there, tells you whether they should be first or last. So it's a nice new approach. So let's hear a couple pieces from this. One of them is Sing We Now at Christmas. This one has a narration. I think the narration comes at the end. Second verse is a little bit more moving. This one has optional flute, and this one is kind of a jazzy one, so you can kind of envision the flute playing one of those fluty-tooty kind of jazzy things. A lot of breathy flute playing. Here we go. nice. You never know when the time signature is going to be changing right underneath your fingers, but it's really nice arrangement. It'll sound really cool with the flute. I don't know whether they did a demo with the flute or not. I'll have to check the website and see. Okay, we're down to the last one. Now, just to show you my book, I've got bookmarks in here from, I mean, you can see they're sort of torn from all the times I've played various ones out of here. It even has a picture of me from 2003. Substantially different in 2003. Hymns for a Jazzy Sunday Morning was, I think it was the first book I wrote for Alfred. It was after they just started doing some sacred piano, and unfortunately I made friends with G.A. Shakeman, who was the editor of the choral department there, and she said, would you like to write books for their sacred time? Yes, please. You know, so I did this one, and it's all different styles of jazz. Some of it's just jazz because of the harmonies. There's a bluesy one. There's all sorts of ones. There's one even there that are kind of like Lloyd's there that I just played. But this is one. Where's my page? What Wondrous Love is this? Oh, When I Survey. That's for page 18. This is kind of a mellow jazz one. It starts out with just an easy sort of intro, and then a rhythm pattern comes in. See, I wrote in chord symbols down here because I couldn't remember what my accidentals were. And I have circles around notes that I play wrong every time. So, never be ashamed of your pencil. This one is nice because the way it's written, you can easily pull out the melody and give it to somebody else to play. In fact, if you send me a note, I'll send you a finale file of like a flute part or something. But I've played it with a soprano sax player. I think I played it with a flute player. But you'll hear the melodies there all the time, and so the piano can just keep playing the accompaniment while the other instrument does the melody. Style, there's often multiple layers going on. So in that one, there's a lot of stuff where there's your little finger's doing the melody and the rest of your fingers are doing a rhythmic thing or an answer kind of a thing. So it can't all be the same level. You need to, you work on those things to bring out, you can make it sound like there's another person playing the piano with you, with these different inner voices moving around. So always look for those, not just in my pieces, but in other things that you need to be working on. Now, Caryn, do you have any, before I play the last piece, do you have any announcements or instructions or anything?
No announcements.
Okay, what are you supposed to say? Bye, Larry Shackley.
Okay. There is Larry Shackley's books.
Thank you.
There you go.
I just want to thank Caryn and the whole Stanton and Stanton for the wonderful day. How many of you were here this morning too for the call? I know there are a few of you. Okay, good. You survived. How about that?
We did. It was awesome.
That's good. Like I say, support this store, support these friends, thank them for their work on your behalf. I mean, it takes a lot to put this stuff together. Caryn had to go through all these books, look at all the songs, pick out the ones that she thought would best represent the books to you, and then I had it shipped to me, and we were sending emails back and forth all the time. I'm sorry I didn't do better on those two webs, Caryn. So I promise next time if there is one, maybe next time I'll place it down. Oh, I can hide down there.
You did great.
I really apologize to all of you who've been staring at my backside all day. We could have, I know you want to see the keys, so. But it's been great being here with you again in Columbus, and I'm going to close with one from this book. This is probably my favorite arrangement from this book, which I actually use in performance. I have had to write so many books that I don't always play all of them in public. I write them before the book. Maybe I have a chance to play a couple of them in church. But this is one that I have played a lot. I hope that I play it in such a way that it sounds like I played it a lot. But it's all creatures of our God and King. And this is another one where there's lots of inner voices and stuff going on, answering back and forth between the hands and stuff. So as a closer, at 4:31, okay, I'll play the final one. Now, how many of you are playing tomorrow morning? Okay. Get some sleep. I don't have to. I'm going to be on the road all day tomorrow.